Hello everyone, I am Rohini, Behaviour Therapist from WELL Rehabilitation Network. Today we are going to talk about parenting tips for autistic child. This is our topic for today. First, before going into the topic, we will come to know what is autism. Autism is a differential disability which is happened because difference in brain. First, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder. It is a neurodevelopmental disorder. People parent, as we are parent, we will think that it is because of us or because of our family or because of our relationship marriage, but it is not like that. It is due to the neurodevelopmental disorder which is occurring difference in the brain. So here, first, as a parent, what we need to understand for our autistic kids. Here, first few things I will just cover up with you. First thing will be understanding the kid. Understanding the kid, what all the things will be covered with. First, we need to know about their age. Next, we should know about their communication level. Next, we should know about their understanding level. First, in the sense, what is a why age is important to understand them. First, when we are leading our ASD kids, we need to know their appropriate age. Here, actual age is differ from the social maturity age. For example, what is actual age and what is the social maturity age? Here, first thing, actual age is the our birth age. Here social maturity age is the developmental age which they are developing. So we need to know about their social maturity age. That will help them to develop more in their developmental things. For example, age appropriate, the age is the main thing to develop their social adaptive function. Whatever the things we are teaching them, that will be covered with the help of that social maturity age. So it will be more useful when we come to know that age. Then it will be very easier to cover their developmental too. Next thing will be communication level. What is communication level? What we can do for our kids to get communicated. First thing, whatever their level, we should check that level, and for that level only we should also work. For example, communication level, there will be two kind of communication, like verbal and non-verbal will be there. In verbal communication, for example, if they need anything, like if they want water, they will be like communicating through that they want water. That will be their communication. In non-verbal, they will be showing their action. First we should recognize in which level our kid was, and in which communication level they can come and communicate with us. First we need to know that thing. Next will be understanding level. Understanding, why understanding is important there for the kids. Understanding in the sense, they should know each and everything which we are teaching and which they are know. That will improve their developmental more even. Then give care and support. Why care and support is important to them? When we are teaching some socially acceptable behavior, kids will be learning through that. Kids will become with that social acceptable behavior. There we should help them with our care and support. But here main thing is don't pamper will also come. Why don't pamper? What is different between the care and support and the pampering? First thing, care and support is like when they are facing difficulty to learn something, that time we should give that care and support. But when they are doing some maladaptive things, that time also if we gave that support and care and that pampering, that will improve that maladaptive behavior, and they never come out of that thing. They will keep learning those behavior and they will continue with the same. So now what we can improve their with our care and support, how we can improve our communication from. Improve is our communication with this point. How? It is like if for example we as a parent, we need them to be like protected, so we are like giving, keep on giving water for them, so there is no there will be no use of them to ask to us for that water. So here communication will again lag, so we should not do that mistake. It is like uh, kid will have trouble to get that communication for their needs and help also. So we should stop that. We should give some certain time for them to understand and to communicate with us for their needs and for their need and helps. Next, verbal and non-verbal communication. What is verbal and non-verbal communication? What they, how they will ask? First we need to teach them appropriate things, like in a verbal way. When they are verbal, they will ask, I need water, I want pencil, or whatever the thing which they are need, they will be using. Or when they are in non-verbal, they'll be showing with action. For that, our main thing is we need to maintain some like gap between their things. For example, if we are keeping their water bottle in particular like they are, we are just keeping away from them, then there will be a need for them to ask for that, and they will proceed with their questions, and like they will be like asking, or they will be pointing out that particular water bottle when they are getting thirsty. So it will improve their understanding level here also. Next, what we need to do, then be patient. Why patient is important? When we are as a when we as a parent will have that enthusiasm, or we will be like in a hurry mood to give certain things to our kids, so we should not do like do like that. We should give, but it should be in a certain level, and we should be very patient when we are like teaching them something. Of course they will be like slow, they will be like hurry in to learn few things, but we should like we ourselves should maintain that patient level to teach certain things. For example, we like parents will start comparing one kid with the another kid. There, what is the problem is happening for us, and what is that affecting the kid as well. As I'll just explain you here. When we as a parent, we are expecting something, like when we compare one kid with another kid, that kid ability will be like, his development will be more according to his ability, and our kid ability will be according to that development will be according to our kid ability. So we need to check for the both. There should not be the comparison when we are teaching something. Whatever the things we are putting to our kids, that will develop them more to know about their things. So here we need to be patient. But what is the problem? Why when we hurry up, what will happen? Yes, when we are comparing that thing, one kid will get developed fastly and one kid will be like in a slow way. That time we will feel very like depressed, and we will get into the stress, why my kid is not doing that. So it should not go for that. We need to be very patient, and when we are teaching something to their level, that will improve their uh, improve their development more. Next thing will be consistent. Why consistent is important? When we are teaching something, like for example, when we are practicing eye contact today, when then we are feeling that he is good today, then we are giving 4 days or 5 days of gap to improve that eye contact. And with that 5 to 4, they will not like have that consistent level to learn that eye contact. There is a chance of forgetting. Why? Because ASD kids will have some lagging in moving, paying attention and concentration, and some memorizing things. So they will feel some lagging to learn that thing again. So it should be like consistent. If you are going for one particular thing like eye contact, you should develop that daily to improve that as soon as possible. They will also get that improvement quickly. Then, using positive reinforcement. What is positive reinforcement for them? Today you are there will be an expectation for the kids when they are doing something good. And of course we should like give the negative reinforcement, which is like punishment, when they are doing some not acceptable behavior. For example, there is two kind of things which we need to give. First thing will be socially acceptable behavior, and some like not acceptable behaviors as there. When they are going for the good things, when they are able to learn something, we need to encourage that behavior. That will helpful for them to learn further things. But when they are going like when you are teaching like alphabet, if you are going to like practicing in a sequence way, if he is learning a to he today, you can give one appreciation which he likes most, so that will be the reinforcement, positive reinforcement for the kid. So with that he will get that enthusiasm and that interest to learn again and again. Next thing, what is negative reinforcement, why that is important? When they are going developing the maladaptive behavior more, we need to remove that undesirable behavior through punishment. For example, what will be the punishment? When we are giving like reward, that is to their willingness. When we are giving some punishment, it should be the thing which they doesn't like. We need to remove that undesirable behavior which they don't like, so that will helpful for them to develop in a proper way. So this positive reinforcement and the negative reinforcement both are equally important for their behaviors. Next thing will be seek professional help and support. Why professional help and support? Where we can find our kid is having problem. There those like there are few tips which like few symptoms which we can identify our kid is like having some things of this like autistic. For example, eye contact, lack in eye contact, they will not respond to their name quickly, they will not smile when we are giving smile to them, that emotional response will be not well, will not be there. And sometimes they will be like impulsive, and they will not pay proper concentration and attention when we are teaching something. So with these kind of symptoms we can know that they are facing some difficulties. It's not about the disorder, they are feeling some difficulty. So here we can go for the like seek for the professional help and support there. That will improve us to know where our kid was. For example, where we can go, like we can go for the psychologist or the pediatric to know, to come over like to come in which like age, like social maturity age, or in what are the things he is like feeling difficulty, we can find through those helps. Next thing will be supportive play behavior. Supportive play behavior is why important. When we are teaching something there, our supportive play behavior is most important. Sometimes if we encourage them, they will not come and learn for that things. So here what we need to do, we need to know, when they are like learning something, they will be having they need to learn that, but they don't know how to develop that. So what they will do there, they will seek our help that time when they want something, kids want something. So that time we can use, for example, the kids want to learn abcd, but we need to teach them numbers. So how we can develop these two things, like how we can teach which we want and which they want. So here when they are learning something, they will face some difficulty to learn, they don't know like how to learn that thing. So here we can improve that in a they will seek that time only, when they are facing difficulty they will seek our help to learn that alphabet. So here we can take them to they will come and they will ask like for the help for that teaching. So there we can give idea of in a playful way. When playful way is in like we are giving, that time kids will get encouraged more, and they will try to learn more things from us. So that will be helpful for making them to um, understand that alphabet. Then second thing, how we can now develop that numbers when they are learning something in a playful way. With that technique, we can make them to understand our numbers as well. That will improve their learning ability and that rapport building up with us and with them to learn everything quickly. These things will helpful more for them to learn in a playful way. Then then most of us, like I already covered, like there should not be the comparison between one kid and the other kid. That is the most important thing we as a parent should learn to develop our kid also. So here these are the main thing which I have covered for the parents who needs to be like aware what to do, how to do, and when to do all of these things. Here next I'm just going to give you the answer which you are posting the questions. Hmm. Hi, can autism child live normal life? Yes, of course, they can lead the normal life like others. Why? Because they have the few things like when we are developing them in a proper and consistent way. Of course, the kid will learn more. Like they will also learn more of the normal things, and the consistency is the main thing to make them understand each and everything. Yes, of course, they can lead the normal life like others. Can a child be normal and then develop autism? Actually, this is a rare condition where the kids will develop these things. For example, this is a kind of a regressive autism, which is the rare condition where the kids will develop through certain reasons. There will be like screening, like phone addiction, TV addiction, and lack of socialization. With these kind of things, kids will like tend to become autistic, but it is not like necessary that they are having. We can't like proceed that they are completely autism. Yes, there is a chance, but it is a rare condition which will happen for the kids mostly. How can manage different if child will have many distractions? Yes, okay. How we can manage different if child is having many distraction? Yes, here when the distraction is high, we need to improve that distraction. First of all, for reducing the distraction, we need to improve their concentration. Here cognitive skills and this cognition cognitive skills, concentration is most important to reduce their distraction. This will help them to learn everything quickly. So here few tips I can give you is, when you are giving, like when you are teaching something for your kid, you should put their you should have some time limit, as well as the consistency which you are maintaining. It should be like a regular basis. If you are giving 10 minutes of one work, that should be very interesting. That should create some interest that for that kid to learn from you. Then that kid will learn everything quickly and easily. So to reduce that distraction, we should improve their concentration. That will helpful for them to learn everything quickly. Is positive reinforcement workable? Yes, of course, positive reinforcement is workable. When means that kid will when they are doing that socially acceptable behaviors, that time we need to give positive reinforcement. That in that place only particularly it will be helpful for them to it will helpful for them to develop their social skills, communication skills. So it is like helpful, that is more important. That it is like important that positive reinforcement is work, that will work absolutely when you are giving in a right time. Okay. How we can control the child if the child shows stimming behavior in particular place? Example like shopping mall. Yes, actually, why that is happening? First, we need to know the cause. When they are taking them to like crowded place, of course, like shopping mall, the malls will be like in a crowded way. When we are taking them, that time they will feel more enthusiasm. Sometimes they will like become very hyper by seeing the new environment, so that time they will express their stimming things, like in a to express their behavior. So it is like it will like happen, but that time we need to like control in a very slow very slow way. Like first we need to work. Before that, we need to check where in home, in what condition, what causes like they are making that stimming behavior. Then we can work for that very easily. That even you can improve their waiting time, and that you can like reduce that excitement level to control that stimming behavior. Okay. How to control stubborn behavior in the home? Yes, that is important things where like kids will show more of their stubbornness. Here we can use many techniques when we are like working for the stubborn behavior. First, we as a parent should understand the kid. First we need to understand their things, and then we need to like give some space for them to talk about their feelings. One thing, and first thing is understanding the kid, and we need to give some space for them to like we should allow them to do certain things which they want. First that will improve them. Then positive reinforcement and positive like approach is more important. When we are going in a good way, that will improve that stubbornness, like they will reduce that stubbornness in home. Why? Because you are like making them to feel happy that time, so they will try to reduce that stubbornness as much as possible. So that time it will be like more helpful for them to reduce. Then after like giving positive reinforcement, then we should like spend more of our time with them. That will improve their like that will improve their good equation between us and them, to develop that, to decrease that stubborn behavior. So try to follow these four things, and like more consistently we should give that consistency, as well as the time for them to learn few things. That will improve them more. Okay. Attention. Hmm. How can reduce attention seeking behavior? Okay, first we need to learn our children's attention, where our kid is like seeking our attention. That we need to understand. For example, if they want like then and there with for their needs only, they will try to seek our behavior. So for that time we need to check for what. If it is like for their needs, we should know that we should see that for their needs they are seeking our behavior. So that time we can like control, we can give attention. Of course we need to like teach them whatever they want, and they will stop doing without knowing the cause. Like we should not come that they are seeking for attention. There will be a particular need for them to seek our things, but when it is like unnecessary things, but there is no need, it is maybe they're due to their fear which they are like overcoming in their thinking. That time also they will be like seeking our attention. So we should know the cause first for what they are seeking our attention. Why these kids follow pattern behavior and how to reduce pattern behavior? Yes, actually, this is main thing which kids will follow. Why? Because they will have that pattern, because they are like going in that rotation regularly. So autistic kids mostly they will follow that pattern behavior. Why? Because they are like they will follow that consistency which they are doing, so they will have that pattern like what. So we need to be like schedule according in a different like levels, so that will reduce that pattern behavior as well. One of the technique which we can use to reduce that pattern behavior will be, we can give turn taking first, like when we are giving some for example, when we are playing with the alphabet learning, like alphabet fixing, we can give that for how the like I will explain you how that pattern will be. When we are giving alphabet A to Z in their hand, they will try to fix all of them in a sequence. First they will go for the A, next B, C, like till Z they will follow that sequence. But if we are giving that a random thing, they will not accept that type. So it is like most important thing for us to know, to reduce their like how we can reduce. We can have some pattern like turn taking with them. I will fix A, you can fix B, I like one more person can fix C, like that. If we have that turn taking, and we our day to day like daily, if we like changes their daily pattern, that will improve to reduce that pattern behavior, and that will break their pattern behavior. As so turn taking is that turn taking is one of the important thing to reduce their pattern behavior. My daughter already taking therapies, but whatever she is learning, it will follow for few days again she will refuse to follow, and we observe no consistency what to do. Yes, this is the thing which many of the kids will follow. Why that is thing, as I like informed like explained before, there should be a particular time, there should be a particular consistency level, and there should be like there is a chance of going taking that relapse when they are developing something. For example, if we are teaching them consistently, but if we are taking some gap in between that, yes, of course kids will lack in that consistency, and they will learn. There is a chance of learning everything quickly according to their ability, and there is a chance of coming back. There few things would be like time management. We should manage the time according to their, we need to spend more time with the kids for them to know everything, and that consistency should be there. When we are giving that consistent practice of whatever we are doing, yes, of course the kid will get that development. But don't like why there will be no consistency, in the sense we should not change here and there that few things. When you are practicing for the eye contact, practice till that you are like you feel that is like good for her, then you can change for the next thing which you want to develop with them. That will improve that consistency more. How to keep my kid concentrated while teaching. Yes, okay, while teaching, you when you're teaching something, of course due to their distraction they could not like find they will unable to concentrate more. In that case you can check for them, like one of the causes will be for the like constant like distraction. You can check for their patient level, how like that you can check for their impulsive, you can check for their consistent level, you can check their patient level when you are giving some activity. That will also improve their concentration more. But concentration is due to our due to the kid distraction. There we need to be like more focused, we should give some memory activity, we should give like playful thing, we should give that enthusiastic activity to make them to adapt for that particular activity. That will help them for the more concentration work. What are the symptoms of autism that parents and caregivers can look for? Yes, this is uh, few things we can like go for that. First, we can check our kids name calling response. When we are calling, how consistently they are responding to their names. First we can check with that, and we can check for their eye contact, how like consistent they are giving that eye contact. And we can check for that their check for their when we are giving smile, they will not give back that smile again. So emotional response will not be there. So it will that was one symptom. And there will be like no concentration, focus and attention to one particular thing. So there are many things like sensory, like they will show some sensory issues when they are showing so with these kind of symptoms, that you can come to know that your kid is showing some difference in their behavior. With that you can check with a professional to know what was the causes for that things. My son is showing negative behaviors deliberately, like falling himself down, pretend to bite himself, etc., at public places to grab stranger attention. How to react and stop this? Here one thing I can help you with that. Yes, of course, deliberately they will do that behavior sometimes, they will show that. First we should like be the authoritative. In that way, authoritative parenting will help them to remove their negative behaviors. Like you are telling that deliberately he was doing na, when you are observing, you should control there. You can be you that time you don't give like pamper, or you don't you should not like okay it's okay, like that pampering should not be there. You should try to control it in your authoritative way. That will help them to overcome all of this unwanted behaviors. So how can you react? Yes, of course, you should you should be strict that time. That it should create the fear for them, and he will try to stop those things. Yes, how to reduce visual learning. Visual learning is the main thing which kids will learn more. They will not follow our comments. They will come mostly with our actions and our non-verbal cues. So with that only they will learn. Here when we are like teaching some things, if we like see that object, they will try to grab from our our visual learning. So from through our visual only they will try to learn, and they will react for those things. So it is most important for those kids to make them come in a command way, not in a non-verbal communication. We should be like very we should give more of the verbal communication to improve these skills. That will reduce their visual learning pattern also. How to improve self confidence in autistic kids? Yes, of course, self confidence, where kids will have that where they will feel that difficulty to learn something. There they will lose their confidence in certain things. So how we can improve their confidence level? First thing will be, when we are teaching something, it should be as I discussed before, it should be consistent, and it should be in a playful way. When they are um, loving something to learn, that will improve. When they are losing their confidence in learning something, that is due to their inability. They can't able to know how to learn that thing. So that time we can improve their confident level by encouraging them and motivating them, and giving and like giving some rewards which they like. That will improve their confidence level more to learn few things. So it will helpful in every aspect to gain that confidence. How can we reduce staring behavior within the kids? Yes, staring behavior in the sense, it is there will be like two causes. When they doesn't know what we are trying to tell them, that will they will feel they will start staring at us. And one more thing will be, when they are getting over distraction, that time also they will they will start that staring behavior more. So in that two cases, we should know what was the causes which they are doing that staring behavior. And when it is because of that distraction, we can control with to in improving their concentration. That will reduce that staring behavior as well. So, as I will cover few of the topics which we as a parent will have doubts and what to do with that things. Kids will have sometimes over anxiety level. They will have so much of anxiety and fear they will show in few things. Like for example, which they doesn't look. Their kids will have some height fear. Kids will have some like most of the fears will be there. Why kids will show that anxiety? It is due to their confidence level. Again, they don't know how to react for those things. In that case, how we can reduce that anxiety, like we can use systematic desensitization technique to reduce their fear slow by slow. For example, when the kid is having height fear to stand in one table, first we need to like make them to stand in the like limited height like chair. We can give the small chair and we can improve that level of standing in, and then we can make them to stand in the table. That will improve. Like slow by slow we need to control that fear from that height. Then that will control the anxiety more for the kids. It will like that kids also those kids will also not show that much of anxiety in everything. How to think themselves understanding without following any commands. Yes, how we need to make them to think their own self. Yes, this can be like improved with our non-verbal communication. We can give some verbal like non-verbal cues, like showing through our eyes, like through our actions. We can make them to understand what they are doing. For example, when you are practicing some color, like tower, you can show the picture of some particular color and you can make them to arranged according to that. That will improve the understanding level without your comment. It is like mostly you can help that with your non-verbal cues and non-verbal communication. That will help the kid to improve more and more. So then I will be like covering one of the topic for you, like improving socialization. How I can improve my kid socialization, which they are not like ready to learn. First thing, teach them the social skills which they want to do in outside, like teaching or showing them the good habits which they will follow outside. That will improve their socialization. And like make practice with the neighbors or with which the people which you know more. That will will be helpful for the kids to have that socialization. You can take them for the temple, like you can take them for the mall, and you should make them to like see that like you should engage them to visit all of them things, and that will helpful for them to come out of that fear, as well as that shyness to talk with others. That will help them to overcome this thing. And they will also improve the they will also improve that socialization more for these kids. How to reduce stimming behavior? Yes, stimming behaviors, like it's there is a say, like type, like various of stimming behavior which kids will show. First thing, like I would explain, like there is a chance, like because of that sensory issue they will show like few of their streaming. So this is good to go for the professional which will helpful from them to be like come out of that streaming behaviors more. Is there any association between autism and Tourette syndromes? Actually, there is few of the like association between them. It is a like type of autism which which falls under, and they both will have some similar like similar symptoms for that. So there is few association between that autism and Tourette syndromes, that which the kids will show more. How to reduce auditory seeking? Like auditory seeking will, like kids will like have that encouragement of getting some loud voices, as well as kids will have some like problem to not hear the like loud voices. So here we should know, like if they are getting that auditory seeking, like auditory more, we need to control them with like reducing the volume of that sound. We should like put, when they are going and listening the eye like high sounds, that time we should control more and more in reducing the sounds to them. And we need to like make them to adapt for that sound, and that should also be the consistent thing which we should follow. That will reduce the auditory seeking for the kids more. And how we can find social maturity age is the main thing. Like that is not the easy thing which we can do. We should go for the professional help there. With assessment and diagnosis, we can come to know our kids social maturity age. Why that social maturity age is important is, with that age only they are in the development of their brain. With that only we can work, and when we are working with their social maturity age, that will be more easier way for them to get development quickly. So it is all will improve their like it will all improve their developmental. As soon as possible they will all get that easy and quick way of development. I think I have answered all of your questions. Further, yes, one more is there. Yes, for example, like what we will do that auditory seeking became behavior issue. Yes, kids will learn when they are starting learning this closing of ears continuously, it will become one habituate for them to close the ears in in normal thing also. Yes, they will come for that. Even in that case we need to like how frequently we are stopping that, that will like reduce that behavior issue more. We need to control and we need to like just hold them and we need to make them to adapt for that sound. That will help them to overcome that auditory seeking much compared to when we are giving that auditory sound. So it will help when that is becoming one behavior issue. Yes, we need to like make them to control at that moment. That will improve them to overcome that issue quickly. Difference between understanding and level of understanding. Yes, for example, like when we are teaching our kids logical thinking, what is logical thinking? When we can teach our kids logical thinking, first our kid should be in the level of thinking, then only we can introduce the logical thinking to improve that skills. So here same way, they need to understand few things first of all, whatever their needs, whatever their regular routine, they need to understand. With that we should develop their level of understanding to high and high. Like for example, they understood all their needs but they don't know how to think on their own. So next level would be level level of thinking, like cognitive skills will be more in that level of understanding compared to that understanding. So it is like first improving the each step of level of understanding, we should make the kid to think about certain things that to improve their understanding. That will improve them more and more in this in this process. I think I would have covered all of your questions. Further doubts and queries, you can contact us like with our level rehabilitation network. Like more of the videos, like more of the information would be shared with you in next video. Thank you from level rehabilitation network.